Hello, it's Wayne Dukette back with another video, and I know it's been a long time, and I'm very sorry about that, but you know what? I miss YouTube, so I'm gonna get it back on right here. And again, you see the video title. I'm sorry for not sharing any 2021 NFL mock drafts with you guys. The reason for that being it changed a lot, and it takes me good, I don't know, 2 or 3 days to make PowerPoints. But anyways, we're going to get into it right now. So here's my way too early 2022 mock draft. So with the first pick in the 2022 NFL draft, the New York Giants select Sam Howell, quarterback, North Carolina. So I think this was I kind of question a lot of these predictions because I made these. These are different than what's already predicted. But so the problem with the Giants is I don't think Daniel Jones can do it. And what if Gettleman likes this prospect? Or what if this is a trade-up? You never even know. But I don't think the Giants are going to win the NFC East. And this guy's the best quarterback in the class. And that's exactly what the Giants need. Because Daniel Jones is not as good of a thrower. Nowhere near. Sam Howell is that deep thrower type of guy that you're looking for. And they added Gaoteote and all these other receivers in free agency, and Kadarius Toney as well. So the second pick, the Houston Texans, obviously we're going to see the Texans here. Obviously they're going to pick a quarterback because maybe Deshaun Watson's going to be like Johnny Football and not be able to come back. So, yeah. So Tyrod Taylor, in my opinion, is not a long-term option. Jeff Driscoll, no. Davis Mills, if the Texans are here, they're going to take a quarterback. And they're going to take the best one available. So, in my opinion, it's Spencer Rattler. And maybe another team will be looking to trade like a second-round pick for Davis Mills after the Texans have developed him. But yeah, that's that. And I believe that Spencer Rattler could turn into a Deshaun Watson. The third pick is another quarterback. These days and ages, you're seeing more and more quarterbacks being taken in the first round. So, Malik Willis of the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, I thought Jamie Newman was going to be a nice first-round quarterback and get drafted by the Raiders, but Malik Willis is Lamar Jackson, but he has the arm. Go watch his highlights. He absolutely is electric, and the Raiders so badly need to move on from Derek Carr. And Mayock and Gruden are going to get fired, and then this is who they're going to select, Malik Willis out of Liberty. So, pick 4, Evan Neal out of Alabama. I personally don't think but the Bengals are going to finish this low, but that's how the predictions came out. And so this guy is currently the top-rated tackle in the NFL draft for next year. You never know. But the Bengals decided to pass on Penei Sewell. So this time they're going to take offensive line. And Evan Neal's a right tackle. so you can keep Jonah Williams at left. And I think Jackson Carman's more of a guard. Well, that's what he would be in that system. But, so that's how it's going to work. So, pick 5, the New York Jets. Now, I do blame Joe Douglas a little bit for not adding some defense. But, they'll probably have, well, it's very unlikely, but in this scenario, Kayvon Thibodeau falls right in their hands. He is what Gregory Rousseau is supposed to be, and he is a very good pass rusher. He's rated the number 1 player in this draft, so that's a steal at 5. And on to the next pick. So now we have a trade, and the Eagles are trading with the Washington football team because the Washington football team is going to get a quarterback. And this is one of my favorite kids out of college, Bryce Young out of Alabama. You saw Mac Jones start for only 1 year, but there you go. Bryce Young, the Washington football team gets their quarterback of the future. And I think he's going to do really well. He'll be able to start right away. The Broncos also, it was a bad decision to pass on Justin Fields. And Matt Jones is like the Peyton Manning, Tom Brady style quarterbacks. So, but this time, they regret that decision, and they're going to take another one of those awesome quarterbacks in the name of Keaton Slavis out of USC. So this guy is highly rated safety, and this guy could go early, they say, and the Vikings need to put somebody on next to, what's his name? Yeah. But, yeah. They're actually both from Notre Dame. So, yeah. So, Panthers also did not draft offensive line. And this looks like their type of guy in Zion Nelson. And I think they're already linked to him right now. Number 10, the Titans linebacker Ventrell Miller. I still think defense is still a problem because the Titans were adjusting their defensive tackles the other day. And so Ventrell Miller is another one of those guys. So yeah, Titans. And yeah, Titans pick at 10 if that's a surprise. I think Corey Davis is going to be a big loss. And that defense is not exactly good. So you never know. It's just my opinion. And if they don't finish at 10, then you can come back and get me at the end of the season. So number 11, the Eagles finally take a cornerback, and this guy's very good. Derek Stingley Jr. The Eagles passed on Christian Fulton, who was another LSU cornerback, for Jalen Hurts in 2020. And but this time they're going to make the right decision. Again, the Eagles have 3 first-round picks. I didn't put exactly which one's which, but they have 3 first-round picks this year. Next year. So, yeah. Well, next draft. Number 12, the Lions. They address their weekly linebacker position. They're set on defensive tackles. I really like the Unworthy pick in 2021 in the second round. But they get another Alabama player. who's going to help their linebacking core a lot. So number 13. Now the Falcons are not going to finish inside the top 10. But again, if they trade Julio and if Matt Ryan is not as great, because I think he's a little overrated. But we'll have to see how him and Pitts do. But yeah, JT Daniels out of Georgia. I was really always hyped up about this kid. And you saw during the college season, Georgia was doing bad until JT Daniels took over at quarterback. So, like again, I have high predictions for Georgia and JT Daniels. They also brought in a lot of recruits, like that tight end of LSU. I think his name is Aaron Gilbert. But yeah, I really like JT Daniels for this Falcons offense. I think it's the perfect fit. And coming from Georgia as well. 14, Drake Jackson out of Kentucky. Now you could say linebacker, but I didn't really see any linebackers here. So you could always, the Eagles need to get somebody outside of Brandon Graham. I mean, there's been all these separate guys like Josh Sweat and so on and so forth, but they never lock into that number 2 pass rusher behind Brandon Graham. So yeah, that's a good pick. And then the Vikings. Now this guy could be a riser. That's Austin DeSulius or whatever, offensive tackle out of LSU. So you never know. This guy's going to be scouted very well, and we'll see how he does this season. But the Ravens, again, their offensive line is just it's just not good, and they're going to extend Lamar Jackson soon, so they're going to have to get some offensive line. Number 16, Tyreke Smith, defensive end out of Ohio State. Now, this is one of my favorite players coming out of the draft. And I think he could be that next top Ohio State pass rusher. He's probably not going to go inside the top 2. Or the top 10 or top 5, like Bosa and Chase Young. Yeah, but again, the Lions, like this defense is just getting better by the picks of Christian Harris and Tyreke Smith. So good pick by the Lions there. Number 17, the Saints always make interesting draft picks. And this draft pick is very good indeed. That's Jordan Davis out of Georgia. I listened to all the Bulldogs radio here in Atlanta, Georgia on 92.9 The Game. And they say this guy could be a first rounder at this spot, like very easily. Because he returned back to college. And the Saints, after they made all those budget cuts, their defense is very bad. So number 18 is Aiden Hutchinson out of Michigan. So this guy is very good, and I think that Michigan defense is going to get a lot better with him and then another guy who's going to get picked 2 picks later. So this guy right here is the next Stephon Gilmore. Now, I am an Alabama fan. Josh Jobe, I really liked last year. The Draft Network had him as a 6th-round talent or something like that, or 4th round. I think he's easily a 1st-round talent next year. So yeah, Josh Jobe, they're going to put him one-on-one against those receivers. He's going to do very well. So Cardinals get that guy here. Yeah, they did some good strategy with this Quiz Denard late signing, but Josh Shelby right here, that's the draft pick they need. So number 20, this might be a shocker, and that's Joshua Ross out of Michigan. So to the Jacksonville Jaguars, who finish up at 20 with Urban Meyer. So one of the games I watched, I don't know which one it was, but I was watching Josh Ross, and he was very good. I mean, very, very well. I like this tape, and he also did very well with Cameron McGrone that game, who got drafted by the New England Patriots this year. But I think I really like Joshua Ross, and this is great value for him if he wins Big Ten Player of the Year. And yeah, so Josh Ross out of Michigan. So with the 21st pick, this is the Bears pick. The New York Giants get Daniel Faalele, who's a huge upgrade over Matt Parrott. And he's going to block for Sam Howell. This guy's 400 pounds. I really like this guy as well. And yeah, this guy is going to be an excellent NFL player. So at 22, the Jets get their cornerback, Kalir Elam, another defensive player out of Florida. And it's good for them. Number 23, Desmond Ridder out of Cincinnati. I really like this quarterback. He's talented. And the Steelers get their Big Ben replacement. And easily this guy could be a first-round pick in 2022. I'm not going to pronounce this name, but that linebacker out of USC to the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins need an outside linebacker. If they get rid of Baker and Landon Roberts, they're going to need any sort of linebacker. The Cowboys, DeMarvin Leal, I think this guy could help the defense as well because I don't think they added a defensive tackle. Number 26, we finally have a first receiver off the board. That's a big streak compared to the previous years. But Chris Olave stays in state. And again, the Browns need a young first-round receiver. And Chris Olave looked like the best receiver in the class. Number 27, Bubba Bolden has done very well. And I really like this safety. I think he would help the Eagles out a lot. Number 28, Derion Kendrick. The Buffalo Bills really need a cornerback, and Derion Kendrick's the fit. Number 29, the Packers get finally a receiver, and this one might be the best of them all. George Pickens out of Georgia to go along with their last first-round pick in Eric Stokes. So yeah, George Pickens, watch out for him and JT Daniels. It's going to be a show this college season. Number 30, the Chiefs get a good edge rusher, and this guy is going to fly up those draft boards as the season comes along, and that's Myjai Sanders. Number 31, my New England Patriots select John Metchie to go along with Mac Jones. I like this receiver better than Jalen Waddle and Jerry Jeudy. Robert Foster. This guy did very well when Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle was not on the field. It'll be interesting to see if he returns, but if he does this well, Yeah, Matt Jones and John Metchie, the next Edelman and Brady connection. And then the last but not least, Alec Lindstrom. For his brother is the guard for the Falcons. So, and they really need a center. The Bucks do, because Ryan Jensen. Brady doesn't need Ryan Jensen just throwing those snaps over his head anymore. They need a true center, Alex Lindstrom. And again, this is another guy like the previous picks that can fly up. So that's it for the 2022 way too early mock draft. We'll have to see what happens. And be fair to stay tuned for the next YouTube videos coming out. And be sure to share if you know any people related to ESPN or CBS Sports, or let's say any teams. Please share this out, because my dream job is to become a general manager. So I just want to expand this and expand my channel with some more stuff like this. And then because I really want to accomplish my dream job. So thank you. Have a great day. And I'm signing out.